It's a privilege and honor to be on the show and to be a part of a really meaningful conversation. Employment tends to be a considerable stress point, regardless if you're transitioning from active duty now, if you're a member of the Guard, of the Reserve. It's a human condition. We need to be able to provide sustenance for ourselves, for our families, put a roof over our head, food on the table. So the topic of employment never comes lightly. So here at Recruit Military, our mission in life is to ensure that employment is not a barrier, or rather that there's no barriers between you, the service member, or the military family member, and employment. So we work specifically with organizations of all shapes and sizes, of all walks of life, every industry, every vertical that you can think of, thousands and thousands of these companies that specifically want to hire and retain military talent. So instead of looking at, this massive market of opportunities and candidates, we hone in on our niche, on our brothers and sisters and their family members to ensure that they have access to those meaningful employment opportunities. So tactically at Recruit Military, there's three primary verticals that we utilize to facilitate that connection between the two audiences. We do a lot of high impact, low stress, and I want to stress that low stress, but really high impact hiring events that we do all across the country, even the globe. In some instances, we do a lot of virtual events as well to make sure that everybody, regardless of zip code, regardless of timeline, if you're stationed to CONUS, that there's something for you. We have organizations, these companies lined around the block that specifically want to talk to you. So hiring events tend to be a real tactical impact vertical that we utilize to make that connection. And then to complement that, we have what we consider to be the largest sole purpose job board or career portal in the space. So we have hundreds of thousands of open opportunities that servicemen and women and their family members can source, apply to. You can find opportunities based on where you want to live, where you live now. Keywords, you can even search by your MOS. And this portal, again, is housing hundreds of thousands of opportunities that are coming specifically from these companies that have stood up, raised their hand, and said, I specifically want to hire talent coming from the military community. So those are the two primary vehicles. And then the third, but one of the really high impact ones, is our placement services. So some companies will come to us and say, we're looking for a relatively unique candidate, or in some cases, perhaps their team, their HR team, their recruiting team isn't robust enough to really dive in a big way. So we kind of serve as that force multiplier for them. We go out, we identify candidates that are the right fit for that job requisition. We interview them. We go through all of the pre-screening, ensure that job seeker from the military community understands the organization, the culture, the compensation, benefits, you name it. It's a really cradle to grave sort of service that we offer. So between those three pillars, there's really something for just about anybody. So regardless of what you want to do, what you have done, what you want to do moving forward, we've got some level of professional representation within our ecosystem.